bonding time. We would have dinner or coffee or in some way bond and talk about our lives. We'd talk about the crazy girls we were dating and our businesses and that sort of thing. And we would advise and consult each other, but mostly he would consult me, being the big brother. So, but I always sought Carl's opinion and respected his advice. When there was no one else to talk to, especially in my loneliest times, my brother was there as my best friend. And I never forgot that, because he was always there to help me, to lend an ear, to help through heartache, and he's just always been my best friend. I'm privileged and honored to be Carl's best man. However, he is and always has been my best friend. And we both had our share of tumultuous relationships. And we both thought we would remain single, bachelors for life. Well, I'm the last one standing of all the cousins. And I'm kind of proud to have held out as long as I have. But I'm very happy for Carl, though I have to admit a little nervous to be out here alone without him. And I know that sounds crazy, but for the longest time it's been Carl and I doing everything together. We lived in the Bronx together when Carl was going to Fordham, sharing a tiny apartment. I would cook and serve the drinks, as bartending was my gig at the time. We had some crazy times in New York City. We would get together and go out and just have a blast. And one time we were at a Fordham bar, me, Carl, and a couple of friends. Well, Carl was in Marine officer training at the time, so he was a little wound. Anyway, there were some Jesse Jackson signs up on the bar ceiling. And Jesse Jackson was running for president at the time, and Carl didn't like it. So he and his friends proceeded to tear down those signs. From out of nowhere, the bartender leaped across the bar at our little group and dove on me, the innocent one. Next thing I know, me being Charlie Brown in the wrong place at the wrong time, I'm being attacked by the bouncer and the bartender before I even knew what was going on. The pummeling of blows on my head stopped for some reason, only to observe Carl pulling the bouncer off of me and throwing him to the ground. Now this guy was a big dude, a football player for Fordham. Carl was scuffling with him, and the whole bar broke out into a brawl that you'd see in the movie Roadhouse. Beer bottles were flying everywhere. Fists were being thrown all over the bar. Cops came. What a mess. It was sheer bedlam. But that was Carl. Though he was quick to get me into trouble, he got me out just as quick to protect little brother. I've always felt like Carl was my guardian angel of a sort. When I was like in second grade, a kid on the school bus who liked to bully everyone, John Fumo, was picking on me. And I was about to cry. He was the school bully, and he tried to run the bus and just, intimidate everybody. And all of a sudden, my guardian angel, like Spider-Man or something, Carl comes from across the bus and takes John's head and smashes it against the bus window. John never picked on anyone on that bus again, especially those who were friends with Carl, or me for that matter.